Hi, welcome back to Open Door Montessori. I'm Annie.
And I'm Barb.
And today we're going to talk about supportive and positive communication with parents. I know they're so much bigger than kids and sometimes so much harder than kids, and it can be a little intimidating. But don't worry, Barb and I, we have your back. All right? So much of your relationship with parents is going to be how you deliver information and news to them, and recognizing that they have probably the hardest job in the entire world, raising a small human. So in the next just few minutes, we're going to give you an example of a way that could use some improvement in talking to parents, and a way that will help make your life smooth sailing with the families in your program. So one thing to remember about parents: their jobs are hard. Our jobs are hard too, but their jobs are hard. We have the benefit of having peers that we can bounce things off of. We also have the benefit of seeing lots of children, so we have an idea of what is normal and what isn't normal. A lot of the parents you get are doing this for the very first time. They don't necessarily have a lot of a support system outside of the school, and they don't really have a frame of reference for if they're doing it in a positive way, or if their child is falling within the parameters of what is considered healthy and normal for this age. That means that majority of your parents are kind of nervous Nellies. They brace themselves when coming in for conferences or meetings with teachers, terrified that they're going to hear something horrible about the most important thing in their lives. And so what we're going to do now is act out for you a way to interact with parents that is positive, and a way that could use some work. We're going to start out with the some work, and next to me is very talented actress Barb, who is going to be the poor parent that just got here after sitting in traffic for an hour and a half. She's running late to pick up her young son, Benjamin, and unfortunately Ben has not had the best day at school. To be frank, you're about ready to scream internally at little Ben. So let's talk about how we communicate the information that Ben had a challenging day to somebody who already had a challenging day. I'm going to show you the adult who's sort of letting it all hang out and not necessarily delivering news in the best way.
Hi, Annie. I'm so
Hold
sorry.
on, be with me in just a second. Oh my God, today has been insane. Hi.
Hi, I'm sorry. I was running late. Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, everything's fine.
Is
Look,
Ben okay?
He's fine. He really has not been making good choices today, and quite frankly, we're all about done, and you really need to handle this as quickly as you can, because I just don't even know what I'm going to do with him if he comes back in here tomorrow and does this.
My bed?
Uh-huh.
He did it?
Mm-hmm. So first off, he poured his lunch over his head and then proceeded to smear it on another child who started crying. And now I have two upset children, and there was food everywhere, and it was just, well, I just really hope tomorrow is better. I'll go get him for you, and have a good evening.
Oh, okay.
Not so great, huh? I'm sure the teacher wouldn't mean to be like that, but she's kind of letting it all hang out in terms of her own emotions. One thing you have to remember: no child anywhere wakes up in the morning and says, you know what, I'm going to make every adult's day an absolute living, extremely hot spot for everybody around me. They don't. Kids wake up in the morning and they're just doing their best. But they're like little aliens in a really big world, and they don't quite understand how everything works yet. So we have to take that into account. And then we have to take into account that this poor mom's been sitting in traffic all this time. Trust me, if we give her a moment of our focus and attention and some of our empathy, her whole day is going to get better, and the problem is still going to be addressed. Let's try the situation of her picking up little Ben again.
Hi, Annie. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I've been stuck in traffic. It's just been a day. Oh
Oh my
gosh.
God, are you okay?
I'm okay. It's been a day, and I'm
I'm
sorry I'm
so
running
sorry.
late, but I'm just so glad. How's Ben?
Totally fine. He's absolutely fine.
Oh, good.
He's so comfortable now here. A couple minutes doesn't make any difference at all. Don't even worry
Thank
about it.
you.
Do you want me to get you a drink of water or
I'm
something?
good. No, I'm just so glad to finally be here and to see Ben and to hear how his day went.
Well, I'll go get him in just a second. He's just getting cleaned up in the other room. He had a good day. He did have a little bit of a funny situation at lunch today.
Oh, no.
He got really enthusiastic with his lunch. I don't know if he's done that at home before, but a ton of kids have had this happen. It's not unusual at all. But I turned around and he literally was like wearing his spaghetti. No, it was actually really kind of funny. But it was great. We gave him a lesson on how to help clean up a mess when it happens. It had gotten on another child and it was actually really sweet. We showed him how to help clean up the other child. And even though that other child was sad, you could just see that Ben really wanted to make it right with her. And so I was really proud of, you know what, we all make mistakes, but I was really proud of the way he took the direction and handled the situation afterwards, so that now he knows what to do when things go wrong.
Oh, that's so great.
And
And
we
it's
all-
so good to know that too, because sometimes he does do that at home.
Does he do that at
So now I
home?
have the tools, and this was so helpful.
Well,
Thank
I know
you.
if I know you just got out of traffic and your day has been absolute awful, but sometime if you get a few minutes and you ever want to sit down, I've got a ton of resources on sort of table manners and different things. It's something that a lot of the children go through at this age when they're learning their social skills, and any way I can help out, just let me know.
Oh, thanks, Annie.
So we'll sit here and rest. Put your feet up for a second. I'm going to go get him, and you two can be on your way to enjoy your evening.
Great, thank you.
Sure. A little bit different tone, right? So this mom, although her child did wear his spaghetti for lunch, and she clearly has also been struggling with this at home, she feels positive leaving. She's not going to go home tonight and lie in bed and worry about whether or not her child is going to be accepted and loved when she drops them off in the morning. And that a teacher as an adult is going to go home feeling like she did a good job today and not potentially made an enemy or made somebody worried and upset. Because we all need to build a community around these little children if we're going to get them raised up and still have our wits about us. Don't you agree?
Agreed.
So now you have permission. Go out there and find the most difficult or complicated or aloof parent that you can think of and give them a little love. Ask about their day. Offer them something, and just show them a little love. Make them feel better. And that positivity is going to trickle down into their relationship with their child and get reflected back in their relationship with you. And before you know it, you've got a peaceful community. Thanks so much for watching today. For more information, please go to opendoormontessori.com. Thanks, Barb.
Thanks, Annie.